Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. Welcome to Facebook Live Morning Assembly. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Hi, Presley. Good morning. Hi, Liam. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Charles. Hi, Mrs. Wright. Well, good morning to everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Aiden. Hi, Ava. Hi, Liz and Jamie. Good morning. Hey, let's go ahead and get started with the Pledge of Allegiance. Ooh, we got to get the flag up there. Hi, Mrs. Etchison. There we go. Hey, it looks like somebody from the Wright household down in Clovis is on there. Good morning. Hi, Teeters. Hi, Hoosas. Hi, DeFreitas family. Hi, Mrs. Kurtz. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Please stand at attention. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, good morning. Again, our virtue this week is flexibility. We're going to talk about two different ways you can practice showing flexible thinking today. So there's kind of those two different parts of flexibility that we talked about yesterday. We'll review those a little today, and then we'll talk about how to be a more flexible thinker. Before we do that, though, we've got some birthdays today. It's Ivy's birthday. Happy birthday, Ivy. Allie in middle school, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. And Kalani. Happy birthday, Kalani. Happy birthday, guys. I hope you have a great day. Last day of March. Tomorrow, we've got a brand new month. It's April. So today we're going to talk about how to be a more flexible thinker. So yesterday we talked about how flexibility is a really cool virtue because it can help you with those academic goals in your life, and it can be like how to be a more flexible thinker like we're going to talk about today, but it can also help you get along better with others and understand that maybe somebody wants to do things a different way than you, and flexibility also means that you're able to change and adapt. So flexibility is a pretty cool virtue that we're going to talk about it this morning, about your brain changing and adapting and trying new things. So we're going to talk about these two ways to be a more flexible thinker. I've noticed two things that a lot of people do when they're becoming a more flexible thinker. And the first one is this. You have to get this idea in your head that maybe the way that you've always done something might not be the best way. And that's a hard idea for some people. Some people really love their routines. Other people not so much. Some people are willing to try something different every single day. But some people really love their routines. Also, some people just have this habit where they try something the first time, and then from then on they just do it that way every single time without really thinking about it. That's not what a flexible thinker does. A flexible thinker is always thinking about, how is this idea working for me? How is my plan working? So we're going to talk about that in a minute. So number one, the way you've always done something might not be the best way. Number two, and this one can be really hard, you might not be right. So what a flexible thinker does is they tell themselves this all the time. Maybe I'm not right. Maybe this isn't the best idea. Maybe somebody else has a better way of doing things. So let's start with that idea, that you might not be right. So when you're very, very young, this one is really hard to get over. And as you get older, what happens is you actually get this ability to see things from other people's perspective and consider what they're thinking about. And some people call this having an open mind, and it means that you know that you might not always be right, or that somebody might have a better idea. So here's what happens. Let's say you're working on your schoolwork, you're working on something, you're rolling along, and an idea pops in your head. And you're going, yes, I got it. Let's start writing this stuff down. Let's start doing my work. You're on a roll. You must be right because you thought of the idea. It's in your head. It's really hard to get around this idea that whatever is happening in your head might not actually be correct, because there's no one else around you that can tell you that your idea is not right until you start sharing them and talking about those ideas. So a flexible thinker, here's what they'll do. They're going to slow down. They'll evaluate their idea. They might talk to other people. They might be like, hey, Mom, I'm thinking about writing this. What do you think? Does this feel like it could be the right idea? Or some thinkers, oh, I love this one, they're actually willing to take a chance. So they write down their idea, and then they think about it, and then they maybe talk to somebody and go like, hey, here's the idea that I wrote. What do you think? Is this feeling right to you? So thinking that you might not be right, that's a great step to becoming a flexible thinker. I love this saying from Teach Like a Champion that holds true in almost every situation in life, which is this: your first idea is not always your best idea. So do this. If you want to be a flexible thinker today, don't stop with that first idea. Think of more ideas. Consider all of them. Maybe your first idea is the best idea, but check all of your ideas out, talk about them with others, and just have this mindset that maybe whatever popped in my head first might not be my best idea I'm going to have today. So that's this idea that you might not be right, okay? Now let's talk about another way to become a flexible thinker. The other way to become a flexible thinker is to think of this: the way you've always done something might not be the best way. So I'm going to challenge you today to be a more flexible thinker, and here's just a fun, kind of silly way that you can practice being a flexible thinker today. The cool thing about your brain is, though, it will take things from one situation and transfer them to another situation. So if you practice brain strategies on something as silly as eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which we're going to talk about in a minute, your brain will just automatically transfer those same strategies over to your math lesson or your reading lesson or whatever else you're working on. So let's talk about that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Here's just one example, and this could be another kind of sandwich too, whatever you want. Just try something different today, and then evaluate your ideas and see which one you like better. So, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Do you like the peanut butter on the top, or do you like the peanut butter on the bottom? Whatever your favorite way is to eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I bet you eat your sandwich that way every single time you eat it. I want to challenge you today to flip that sandwich over. Try it the other way. If you like the peanut butter on the top, today your peanut butter goes on the bottom. And then the part about being a flexible thinker is you don't just flip it over and then just start eating your sandwich and watching TV and not paying attention. You got to think about it and be like, is this better? Is this worse? No, I really like it the other way I used to do it. That's fine. Being a flexible thinker doesn't mean you have to change your mind. It just means that you think about changing your mind. Here's another one. Maybe change the order of your routines. I bet we've all fallen into some routines over the last 3 weeks. There's literally no reason to think that the routines that you've developed in just 3 weeks are the best way you can do this at-home learning time in your life. So switch up your routines today. Try something different. If you've been working for an hour and then going for a walk, maybe today you go for a walk and then sit down and work for an hour and check your productivity. One of my favorite shows, Seinfeld, has a hilarious episode about this, about Kramer taking a shower. There's another good one to talk about changing your routines. Maybe change up your shower or your getting ready routines. Try everything in a different order and see what happens. See if you can come up with a better way of doing things. All right, those are just some silly, fun ways to try and be a more flexible thinker today. Think about those things. Try something silly. Try and change up some routine. Maybe eat your lunch in a different way and then tell me how that went today. I love you guys. Talk to you later.